thanks for clicking on the video. You've joined me in a really good trip, really excited about this one. So I'm going to be doing an overnighter in the Lost Valley down in Glencoe. So it's going to be really exciting. Now basically I've got a new drone to play with as well, so hopefully you might have seen some new drone footage before I've actually gone into the actual valley itself. But really looking forward to it, really exciting. Reason I'm in the van though is the car park is rammed, so I'm sure that the actual walk up is going to be fairly busy. So I'll try and get as much footage as I possibly can, and then when we actually get into the valley itself I'll hook up with you. Boiling. Oh my word, that is really hot. You're probably going to hear me say that quite a lot. So it's just going to be a case of lots and lots of water on the way up, just keep myself hydrated. The only concern I've got at the moment is getting into the valley. I was wanting to try and get there so I could get a decent enough spot, but it's just so hot, there's nowhere to shelter. So just going to need to be careful. I just, as I said, keep myself hydrated and a bit of time in the tent, bit of time out sort of idea. But looking forward to having a wee play with the drone. So as I said, just a few more mouthfuls of this and then we'll hook up here. Just wow. Pretty epic. I won't deny that nearly killed me. It's amazing sort of the difference with the camps that I've been doing. If you've watched the channel, because of this sort of foot injury, a lot of the camps I've been doing have been sort of reasonably close to the van. So that's the first time sort of really putting a bit of effort in and definitely losing a bit of hill fitness. But as I said, let's go down and we'll find ourselves somewhere to camp. So okay guys, going to do the usual. Instead of me actually sitting there erecting the tent, you having to watch me painfully make all these mistakes. What I'm going to do is the usual tent magic. There we go. Unfortunately there's a bit of a chasm between this point and that point, but I'll take the camera over and then get everything else set up, and then it's going to be a case of getting the drone ready, I think. Just putting away my new toy. So I actually used to have a drone, the Hubsan Zeno, but I was having quite a lot of issues with it from the point of view of the gimbal. So I've ended up getting a new drone. Absolutely love it. So this is the new DJI Mavic 2, or there's a newer version of it, but this is the one I've got. And first flight, absolutely love it. Really, really, really good. So hopefully it'll bring a lot to the actual channel because I've really missed it. It's been great fun sort of idea in the past and everything. We're having the actual the drone, and some of the views you actually see are just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So it'll be good getting back to having a wee drone playing around with. So hopefully you've enjoyed the footage. I'm just going to go and actually watch it just now to be perfectly honest, because you can actually just do a media transfer straight from the drone straight to your phone. So I'll get a chance to actually have a look at it. I was going to chill out for a wee while, and then it's going to be time for dinner. Even though I've drunk a huge amount of water today, I've still got a headache. So just for how bright the actual sun is, so I'm just going to watch myself. There are a couple of water supplies round and everything as well, so I can boil the water. So we're going to see how we go. But as I said, just a little chill out for a bit. Hear the noise, there's just nothing. It's just so quiet. It's lovely, really, really nice, really nice. So the reason I've actually camped in this particular spot, over around the other side of that actual rock, there's actually quite a few people camping. So hopefully, you never know, I might get a chance to chat to them later on. The one good thing with so many people camping in this area is that there's a little fire pit over there, and it's actually been stored with wood already. Now I've had a look around. There's nothing been cut down or anything at all. So it is obviously natural deadfall, which is good. I'd be disappointed if I found out that people were cutting down trees just for a fire. But maybe try it later on, see if I can actually get it lit. Now the other thing was the helicopter. Now I'm assuming, I'm a scout leader, so basically one of the other scout leaders is actually the Coastguard Rescue helicopter pilot. So I'm assuming it was him that actually came in. If it was, thanks very much appreciated. That was absolutely awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed the footage of it, but it was absolutely brilliant. So basically I sort of, to start off with, he was obviously out searching for somebody, and whether he actually spotted it was me, if it was Si or not, I'm not 100% certain. But basically went off and then back down again, as you saw in the actual video. So well smart, really, really cool. Great thing to actually see, and a fantastic job that they actually do. Again, the amount of things that have been happening in the mountains over the last few months have just been absolutely unbelievable. So an absolutely unbelievable job that they do, so it's very much appreciated. So I'm going to go and get some water. I'm going to try and store some water just now and then get my dinner on. Now I am planning an early night because I want to try and get up
It actually doesn't really get dark till very late at the moment. So what I'm wanting to try and do is maybe get up at sort of 2 in the morning sort of idea to try and see the stars. So I'm probably going to have a bit of an early night so I can actually get up and actually have a good wander around. Now, again, I've taken some photos over the last wee while of the stars, and they've turned out really well. So if I can get the photos, I'll upload them. Don't know if I'll be able to get video, but I'm going to give it a wee try. But certainly if I do get a really good star show, I'll certainly get the photos uploaded. But as I said, off on the hunt for some water.
So I've got chilli and rice for tea. I sort of staple whenever I go away. I just find them really good. Okay, so while that's boiling, I'm going to do a wee time lapse. Okay, so let's see if this is properly cooked. I actually left it for 10 minutes this time instead of the, I think it says 7 or 8 minutes. Just want to make sure. Okay, the bottom top. Yep. Oh. Oh. That was really nice. I just absolutely love these meals. They're just so simple. 7, 8 minutes, boom. And just with the whole flat pack as well, just when it comes to actually going into the actual bag, it's not too bulky. Okay, I'm just going to sit and eat this. And then I'll catch up with you. So unfortunately it's getting quite cloudy, so might not get my star show after all, but we'll still have a wee look. So it's time for charging devices. So I'm going to take a wee bit of time out, more than anything else, charge the GoPro. Ideally I'm going to try and see if I can charge the drone as well. The batteries in the drone, maybe get a wee bit of a chance to play with that tomorrow morning. So just going to get everything actually done just now. As I said, I'm hopefully going to get that fire started later on. But I'm going to wait until it gets a little bit in the darker side. It'll just be absolutely gorgeous, that ambient lighting up the actual rock and everything, so fingers crossed I can get it going. Okay, so I'll hook up with you just when I'm getting the fire actually up and running. Well, unfortunately, that's a no to the fire. Basically, all the wood is just a bit too wet. Although it's been really sunny today, it's actually been a bit wet here for the last wee while. So we're going to head to bed. So barring any incident, I shall see you in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. I have to say that was a lovely sleep. Really, really good. Really quiet and peaceful.
as you would expect. No wildlife. Sometimes you find that like, there can be owls, obviously, because there's a forest in the way up, but it was so peaceful. And there's a nice little breeze just keeping the midges away, and it's really warm. So looking forward to another good day. So I'm going to get myself up and then I'm going to go for a wee wander. So unfortunately there was no star show last night. Sort of set my alarm, got up, popped my head out of the actual tent, but there was just nothing whatsoever, which was a shame. But it's gorgeous this morning. I'll flip the camera around so you can actually see it. Just look at that. Just stunning. As I said, there are a few people about, people that were camping last night, so I'm not going to be too intrusive and sort of go over too far. But I'd love to come back one day. I might do another camp during the actual winter and actually try and go up the actual valley itself. I don't know how far up you can actually go. What would be good is actually to use the drone for that, and then I could actually see. But as I said, there are sort of two lots of people camping. One of them's woken up, the other one's not, so as I said, I'm not going to disturb anybody. But it looks as if it's going to be an absolute belter of a day. Now today I've got more exciting plans, so I'm actually going kayaking for the day, round the coast, around Glencoe. So I'm going to have to pack up reasonably early. And head off the mountain. But this has been an amazing trip. Sun's just catching it. I'm going to flip you around again so you can see it. So I've come along to the actual end and there is a path up, I can see it, but it looks like quite a scramble at the actual top. But maybe need to try and do that. Also this, so I was hunting around for a water supply yesterday, but it obviously goes just underneath, sort of underneath chasms, because it just stops. It's smart. So that's the valley from the opposite side. That's a gorgeous place. Okay, so I'm just going to have some water and then head back and have a wee bit of breakfast. Usual for breakfast for me is just an energy bar and a bit of water. And then think about getting packed up. So last time I was here, I think it was February or March, I think it was, or something like that. Didn't shoot a video, it was just more a case of a camp myself, just to sort of check out winter camping. I wanted to see what it was actually like and how extreme it was. It was extreme, it was cold. But this particular riverbed, again obviously from the point of view of when I actually went to bed that night, there was no water. From the point of view of the valley itself, there was no river sort of running. But during the night all of a sudden I was hearing the water, etc. And then sort of looked outside my actual tent and there was a full flowing river. So basically again, obviously that water that's there that you can't actually see where it's actually going, obviously the water levels had just sort of come up from the snow melting on the actual mountain. And it was in absolute full spate. It was very bizarre. There's a little river crossing that you would have seen me a wee clip on me jumping across yesterday. Basically you couldn't get across that, so I ended up having to sort of take the shoes off and everything and wade through. It was really deep and very sort of thigh high sort of idea. So it's amazing how quickly it can actually change, but obviously it was just purely down to the actual snow melt. But it's quite interesting, again, just sort of seeing it there, the fact that, you know, there's nothing. I'm going to turn it around so you can actually sort of see what I'm meaning with the... You can see where the river goes. Just through the rock beds and everything as well. So the tent that I was actually at last night, the day that I was actually here, there was a lad staying on that actual tent. And basically, or staying on that actual bit that I'm actually staying at. So he ended up having to sort of throw his gear over to me and then wade through the actual river itself. So it is quite bizarre how it can sort of change so quickly. But it's one of my favourite places. I think it's just second time back and it's just got better. It was great seeing it in its 2 seasons, seeing it in the winter and then seeing it in the summer. But let's wander back to tent.
So this is always the bit of the trip I absolutely hate, taking everything down and sort of realising that it's actually over. But he's done. Looking forward to a good, really good day out in the actual water as well, so more fun to be had. Now this is actually the first time I have used all the vents. So I had the vent top and bottom and also the vent on the actual side there and interior actually open. Just because of how hot it actually was. And if you've seen the Glencoe video, I think what you can get out of that is the fact that I absolutely love this tent. So it packs away just so quickly, and again from the point of view of putting up equally as quick, you know, so well impressed. Well, there's the traditional leave no trace, nothing lying around, double check, triple check, do everything you possibly can. But as I said, I'll hook up with you just as I'm actually going down, so I'm not going to finish the video just now, but it is boiling, so I'm going to go down and get some more water just at one of the rivers. Go. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, but I'm going to close the video off here. Car park's really busy, and also with the road and all the traffic and everything, I prefer again the noise of the sort of waterfall in the background as opposed to anything else. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Take care, bye bye.